What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from IGM3, where we discuss software engineering by example. In this video, we will discuss JavaScript classes from scratch, step-by-step tutorial to talk about and work with JavaScript classes in an example manner, as we always do in this channel. So with that said, let's just jump into the video, okay? So what we're gonna build is, we're gonna build a set of fighting arena, per se, to display certain characters with their skills like HP, the health, and the attack power for each one. Okay, and we have like alien, pirate, robot, and clown, for example. You know what? I'm not gonna do the clown. Damn it, it's just too creepy. All right. So with that said, think of these. All of these are just characters, right? But each has different kind of powers, different kind of properties, right? So this is a perfect implementation of a class. So okay, so with that said, I think we're ready to jump into the video, right? What do you need for this? What do you need? You need Visual Studio Code or any text editor, right? Because we're gonna write HTML file, HTML code with JavaScript code, okay? And Visual Studio Code is perfect. I'm gonna leave the link in the description video so you can start getting downloaded for free, right? And get started, right? It's a perfect editing tool. And you need a web server as well, because we're gonna serve this static file, the index.html, so we can maybe consume it from our mobile phone or Mac or any really device, right? So I just spin them. I'm gonna reference the video that we did to spin up our web server. How do you do that? It is very simple, guys. Very simple. Okay, you just like to listen and report so you can consume these index.html files. Okay, all right, guys. I think we're ready. Let's just jump into the video. All right. So I'm gonna do here is create a new window. And then I am going to create a new folder in the JavaScript folder, because I call it JS classes, sure, right? And then we create a new folder. That's the beauty of this. Just once you create a folder, this is your project, right? And I really like this concept. Okay, so what are we gonna create? We're gonna create an index.html file. Okay, then once you create an index.html file, right, you can start coding, guys. It's very straightforward. All right, so we have the HTML file. You can obviously start doing all that stuff, right? But in Visual Studio Code, if you do HTML:5 and you tap, right, it just added the boilerplate code for the JavaScript, for the HTML file, okay? You don't have to do that if you want to, right? But it's just like, saves me like a couple of writing stuff, okay? This is like, set up your HTML file so it can be consumed from mobile very easily, right? So JS classes, let's say, and then I'm gonna add a script here, tag, so we can write our, obviously, the JavaScript. And I'm gonna create a div element here called div arena. Is this how we spell arena? I'm not quite sure, guys. Right, so that's the div element where everything will go, right? And the script is where the actual code will go, okay? So let's steal our emojis here. And then, yep, let's do the emojis. Obviously, let's do it as a comment so it doesn't yell at us. And then what we're gonna do here, let's just hide this. Can we hide this? I think we can, yeah. So we can have a bigger step. And then I'm gonna create a class called character, because that's what it is, right? A class called character, and then the constructor of the class is what gets called when you do a new, okay? And I need three properties: the icon, which is this thing, the HP, the power, the health, and then attack, like how strong is this thing is, okay? And then literally just do member variables. This dot icon equal icon. Beware that these two are different, okay? Icon is the parameter that is going to pass. You can name it you can name it anything you want, right? But this dot icon is the member variable in the class, okay? But I like to use the same names, but you don't have to, guys. Okay, this dot HP equal HP, same thing. This dot attack equal attack, okay? And then I'm gonna create another function here called getStats, which will return me the stats of this thing. And I am returning the stat as a div element, as an actual HTML element that I can just take and add to my arena. Okay, that's what the character is. Okay, so obviously you need a div element, const dev equal document.get element by id. What is, no, not get element, we're creating one from scratch. So I'm going to create a new div element. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to append to this div element. The first thing we're going to append is the icon, right? And the icon is, you cannot just add text because you have to create it into an element. And there's something called document.createText node, I think. Okay, and when you do text node, you can do this dot icon, and that creates the first text node for you. Okay, and then if you do another thing, text, let's say another text node which shows the HP, right? Another text node that shows the attack. Okay, and then you can be fancy like that, right? You can do that where it says, hey, attack, right? That's how basically in the new JavaScript how you can do things within the same string, right? So this essentially prints that thing. This is equivalent to attack quote plus this dot attack, right? And then essentially we'll do the same thing here. HP, right? What the heck is going on? All right, that's good. Don't forget, return the div, right? And just like that, we have this class is almost ready, guys. So what we're gonna do is create a bunch of new classes, right? But first of all, const div arena, we have to declare this thing, all right? Element IID div arena, give me that div element that we created before. Remember that, guys? It's right there, okay? Give me that. What do we want to do with it? I'm going to add stuff to it. What kind of stuff? We'll come to that. I'm going to create a new robot. And the robot is nothing but a character. But it's fancy. It has this kind of icon. It has, let's say, a robot has, I don't know, as like, because all metal, so it has a lot of health, high health, but it doesn't really have a much attack, okay? Okay, const pirate, new character, and then let's do the pirate. The pirate, so the pirate has all just linen cloth, right? So it doesn't have much health, but it does have high attack power. Okay, the final thing is the alien, right? Alien has insane armor, right? Insane, god damn it, what the heck was that? Character, okay? It has insane armor. Let's do 11, right? But let's just for balancing, we do, I don't know, a 4. Okay, that means it's still stronger. No, let's just do, this is a 3, this is a 2. Okay, so we just balance things out. All right, so we have these guys. So let's go ahead and add them to the arena. Append child, let's add 1. Let's add just the robot. Get stats. Remember, guys, get stats now returns a div element, which will be added to this div element, right? So we're gonna see the icon with a bunch of text, right? And we're gonna make them more beautiful, guys, in a minute. But let's start this thing. How about, guys? Let's start this. http-server dot. All right, and I linked already for you guys the how to spin up a web server. Essentially, it's just like this is a command prompt, and in this folder, that means in this folder, make this web server. In this folder, serve everything that is in this folder, which in this case is just one HTML file. So we're gonna do localhost it, okay, and let's see if we broke any rules. Did we broke any rules, sir? We did broke any rules. Maybe some caches. Let's do that. So we don't have any caches. All right, there you go. There was something cached. So, but that's one thing. It's ugly. I'm gonna use. I want to use something fancier here for this, right? So we can obviously do this, right, guys? We can do like pirate, right, and then alien. But what are we, guys? We are programmers, so we need to use arrays, okay? That doesn't make any sense. But the beauty of this is just if something repeats, you need to make it into a loop or something, right? So I'm gonna add the robot into an array, and I'm gonna add the pirate into an array, and I'm gonna add the alien into an array. Okay, and then since this is an array, so we can do characters dot for each, and for each character, go ahead and do this thing, right? That's an arrow function, guys. JavaScript is cool, guys. Right? We don't need that. So we do the for each. It will execute this function, which is will go not robot. We're adding the C, which is each one of these characters. Let's try refreshing. Hopefully it's just smart enough. There you go, there you go, there you go, guys. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So what I'm gonna do next is I am going to do a little bit of finesse here. Instead of showing this ugly HP, I'm going to show a heart, a number of hearts, and this is showing the attacks. All right, let's just do some functions, guys. All right, guys. So I went ahead and pulled the sword emoji, which is the attack, and the heart emoji, right? And what we're gonna do essentially here is this, guys. We will for the particular HP, I'm gonna add a function called getHP. Okay, and getHP, what it does is it actually creates a div element. Const div element document dot create element, and that element is a bunch of text nodes that has the heart emojis on them based on how many health points do you have. Does that make sense? Like if it's like 3 hearts, we're gonna show 3 hearts. If it's like HP is 3, we're gonna show 3 hearts, right? Simple stuff. So let I equals 0, I is less than this dot HP, I bless bless. And then what we're gonna do is dev dot append child, and then document dot create text node, and then we're gonna show. Where's the heart emoji? Where's the heart emoji? I thought we copied that thing. Show me the heart emoji. I need to do this in a more efficient manner, guys. Sorry. All right, so now we have this thing. We return the div. Similar thing with the attack, okay? But only difference is, right? All right, I should have done this a long time ago. Only thing is this, right? Let's do this, and this is attack. Cool. And then instead of doing this boring kind of text, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a text node. We're gonna call this dot getHP, and then this guy we're gonna call this dot getATK. Okay. So far, we're not really utilizing the power of the classes, but this is a long tutorial, guys, and we're gonna come to that. So aliens are the most hard ass. Look at that, man. There's a lot of hearts, and the pirates has a lot of attacks, and the robots are the weakest thing. Right, we need more balancing. We need a game designer, guys, that comes and do stuff for us here. Okay, all right. Now that we have done that, we can start separating things with like after each stats we can be fancy, like do div dot append child document dot create element HR. HR is the horizontal line, okay, and it's an HTML node, and I just like create that just so we can be fancier, guys. Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we created some bunch of functions. Now I'm gonna show you some inheritance, guys. Right. So to do inheritance, like look at the work that we have done here: character, robot, character, alien. But I want to bake these characters as its own classes. Okay. So I just do, I want to do a new robot. Give me a new robot. Give me a new pirate. Okay. So to do that, you basically create another class, right? And that class called robot, and that class extends from character, right? And then the cool thing about this is it still has a constructor, but it doesn't take anything. I don't want it to take anything because I know what a robot is. I know how it looks like. I know their power. Okay. So all I need to do is literally call the super function, which is the character, which is the constructor that is in the character, which is this guy, which takes three things. Okay. What are these three things? I'm glad you asked. We already know these things, right? In the robot, this is how a robot looks like, okay? And can you continue this with a pirate, guys? Simple. We do that. And then we can do the same exact thing with, what was the third thing? Alien. So you might have noticed, guys, that I do lowercase for the variables, and it's confusing that I said variable for a constant, but objects are lowercase, classes are capital. It's just convenience, right? It's just something that hey, this is a capital, that means it's a class, right? It's just something we like to do. All right, so what I'm gonna do is that now I don't need to do this anymore. I can do this, I can do this, and I can do this. That's pretty neat, guys. And let's see if we didn't break anything. I think we shouldn't have broken anything. Look at that. Oh, that doesn't look right. Oh, 2 pirates. How did that happen? We created robot, pirate, alien. Oh, there you go. Look what I did. Oh my god, I lost the alien, guys. I lost the alien. I don't even remember. Is it 8? 2? I don't know, maybe. Okay, let's refresh. Refresh. All right, we're back in business, guys. So it's like slightly better readability, and like as a user of these classes, especially when we do modules, that would be really neat. I can call these things, all right? And now I'm gonna be even fancier. Can you be fancier, guys? Can we actually be fancier? Yes, you can, guys. We're gonna do this. Wait, what? Can we do that? What? Yes, we can. It's just like I don't want to use a placeholder. I'm just gonna do that, right? Is one robot enough? No, sir. I'm gonna create 3 robots, right? And then I'm gonna create 1 pirate, and then I'm gonna create an alien, right? An alien fleet, sure, because I can. And then that's pretty neat, guys, right? And just like create all these array and then just boom, show them. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. All right, guys. Final thing. I swear, God. I swear. Okay, I swear. And I'll talk about the JavaScript modules maybe in another video. All right. Maybe this will be a 2-part videos. Okay. Coolish. All right. So you can see that my HTML files and my JavaScript in the same code, right? I'm gonna share this code for you guys. You can look at the GitHub repo below, and but I like always to start from scratch, guys. I never take any code and then just copy and paste. All right. What are we gonna do? Okay, I want to show you the power of classes with polymorphism. So polymorphism, okay. So polymorphism is the idea of having different classes, subclasses. These are called subclasses, right? Having different behavior. Okay, we're already showing some different behavior based on they are the same class, but they're showing different stats, right? But still, we want to take it to the next level. I want to actually have a method that does something else, okay? And this method is actually, let's call it attack, right? And then the attack, when you do attack on the character, doesn't make sense. You cannot just create a character. You should really override this method, okay? So it doesn't make sense to do an attack here. But if you do an attack here, okay, overriding this method, we're gonna do an alert and say, Robot. What does a robot do? Okay. I will destroy humanity. Okay, this is a robot. So just in case we need to know this is a robot. And then pirate. What does pirate say? Unleash the power of the sea. Right? That's what the pirate does. Attack. Alien. Because we can't understand them. They can't understand us though. Okay. But how can I call these functions, guys? I'm glad you asked. The best thing is through getStats. This getStats, this div element, before I send it back, I want to add an event listener. Add event listener, right? And this is the correct way of pronouncing this, listener, right? Because there's a letter and you pronounce it, okay? Some people are saying this is an idiot. Where are we washing it? This guy's an idiot. All right, so on click, if someone clicks on this div, which is this entire, oh my gosh, okay, which is this thing, right? Which is this thing, which is this thing, right? The whole thing, right? I want to call attack, which is, how do you call attack on this? What is this? This is literally called this function, okay? And this function takes an event, okay? And the event here is the event that is the click event, okay? And in the click event, there's something called target, all right? Okay? And in target, you can get access. Target is actually the div element, if it makes sense, all right? And then you get access to the div element, and then this is kind of hacky, right? But you can store in the div element, right, the character, right, which is this, which is the character itself, okay? And if you do dot character, because now target is the div, dot attack, you can actually execute the attack, which does an alert, which does this thing, okay? I'm gonna walk through multiple ways of doing this now, guys, but let's do this. Let's do this. Refresh. Oh, robot, I'll destroy humanity. I'll destroy humanity. Let's click here. Still destroy humanity. Okay, robot, the power of the sea. See? The power of... That's how the alien sounds like. All right. Aliens, pirates, and robots, right? So this is one way of doing it. Another way of doing this thing is, right, as you can see, what happens is that when we call attack for its particular method, although we're dealing with the same class, right, guys? It's just same class. It has the same function, right? And then you just like inherit from that and override that. If you're familiar with C# and VB.NET and all that, Java, right? Object-oriented programming. So this might be very, very familiar for you. And so it's like, all right. So div.character is equal this. What else? What else? What else? Let me show you another way of doing this. We can do this, right? Const character. This is called the closure, the beauty of closures. And you can do this, right? Because you're kind of, this mini function is within that scope, you can do this. Because now you created this constant object, and then this function can see it because it's inside it. So we can do that, all right? I think that works. I don't like that though for some reason. I don't know. It just feels like a globally variable kind of a thing, right? I will destroy humanity, unleash the power. Yeah, works. Okay. Another thing, I did not try this. Okay, I'm gonna try this now. Since this whole thing is a function, what happens if I do this dot attack? Not calling it, actually passing the function. I did not try this. I don't know if this will work. Let's do that. Oh, it actually works. This is actually the best thing. This is the best thing. This is the best thing. All right, guys, this is the best thing. That's the best solution. Forget anything else. This is the best thing. Give me a function to call. Click says, hey, give me a function to call. All right. What I did before is like I give it a function inside a function, which is kind of, I don't know. Like what we needed to do is giving it a function, which is, guess what? This attack is a function, baby. All right. So that works. All right, guys. I think that's it for us today. Right. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. We have all kind of tutorials. We talk about software engineering. Sometimes if we don't do a tutorial, we talk about software engineering. All right, we do software engineering topics, right? Like Kafka. We talk about proxies and reverse proxies and stateless versus stateful. Not only JavaScript, right? I talk about Python. I have courses. You can check them out if you want to. But if you don't have to, there's always this free YouTube channel. All right. With that said, guys, I'm going to leave you there. You guys stay awesome. I'm going to see you on the next one. Goodbye.